This is our men's singles Class 7 semi-final one featuring that man, Will Bailey. Silver in London 4 years ago. Aiming for gold here. And there is the man who will be standing in his way, Jordi Morales Garcia of Spain. He was 5th in London 4 years ago and also fancies his chances of gold.
On table number 1, the semifinal for men's singles classification 3.
E na mesa 1, semifinais do individual masculino classe 3.
From Germany,
Da Alemanha,
Thomas Schmidberger. And from France,
e da França,
Florian Marian. The umpires are,
e os árbitros são
from Nigeria, Cecilia Dora Arine, and from Sweden, Ingrid Boker.
These athletes are very well known to one another. They've played each other 18 times to date, with 12 wins to that man there, Will Bailey. 6 to Garcia.
What a backstory it is for Will Bailey. What a journey to get here. He said he was, profoundly affected and inspired by playing in London, but before that, had born with arthroposis, a rare congenital disorder, affected all 4 of his limbs. Went under a lot of operations in London, and once that was all cleared up, then found himself with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma at the age of 7, having chemotherapy, and whilst he was recovering from that, his grandma bought him a table tennis table, and the rest, as they say, is history. But this man also very experienced.
That's right, very experienced indeed. Actually won a gold in the team event in the World Championships 2 years ago. 2nd in the team event in London as well at the Paralympics there, so no stranger to the big stage. His motto is, "Pain is temporary, glory lasts forever."
Well, it's a good motto, isn't it? It's interesting that Bailey started the campaign in Group A with a loss, so he's had to get here the hard way. After that, he didn't drop a game, so it's been a bit of a mixed bag for the man from Britain.
The same could be said for his opponent too. He started with a loss, won the next one, and then lost his 3rd, so he'll be looking to improve on his past performances certainly here.
30 years of age for the Spaniard, just 28 for Bailey, so very similar in terms of their career development, I guess it's fair to say. Local man Marco Mancini in the chair, the man from Brazil. We're underway in this Class 7 semi-final. It's like opening stages of a boxing match, just on each other. A few jabs, seeing they can profit. Not getting the flowing rallies just yet.
I'm sure they will come though.
Britain has the advantage early on in this first game. Oh yeah, a lot of top spin on that forehand. Bit too hot to handle for Morales Garcia. Slapped into the top of the net. He's 3 behind. Well, they've been very hot on this, haven't they? Possibly a little bit too much. And he's just saying it has to be visible in the hand. And that shot you couldn't quite see, actually, but I don't think it's bothering Bailey too much. You can see it's slightly cupped there, isn't it? Also has to be thrown up at least 16 centimetres if possible. There are some allowances in certain classes, of course. But we've had several points being passed on to the opponent for foul serves. Let's hope it doesn't affect the outcome of this match. Bailey roaring ahead in this first.
He's a very energetic player, isn't he? A lot of bouncing around between points.
Yeah, very fit, these guys. You watch them train as well. They train for hours and hours, and so this is their passion. That was an excellent backhand from the Spaniard. Oh, well, he was really tucked up there, but somehow got a really good forehand in. Too hot for Bailey to deal with. He has pulled it back to just 2 behind the British athlete. Oh my word. Bailey just watched that go flying past. Look at the effort he puts in here, right on the edge, and what can you do? That is brilliant. That is utterly brilliant. Little smile, I think, is all you can do.
He did very well to return that one, didn't he?
And he's on equal terms at the moment. That's a great comeback from Morales Garcia. Astonishing shot. I still can't quite believe he made that one. Well, from 7-2 down. He edges ahead for the first time. He's done it again. Oh, goodness me. That's not a bad shot from Bailey, you know, but what a return. That's 8 unanswered points from the Spaniard, and it gives him 3 game points. Oh, he got lucky. Well, a couple of net cords in that rally. Bailey's was by far the more useful in the point. Not going to get that one back. See the London logo from 4 years ago tattooed on his forearm. I wonder if he'll be having the Brazilian logo tattooed as well. Got to defend some game points here. That's 2 of them dealt with. He's fired up, and why not? 3 game points saved. Look at the amount of effort he put into that top spin. Another chance. The Spaniard pumping himself up in English, as it turns out. I wonder if that's just for the benefit of Bailey. That was an excellent exchange between the two, really crisp across the table. This is a really high quality Class 7 match. Into the net, and a 5th game point for Morales Garcia. He puts everything into his shots, doesn't he? Busy around the table, Bailey. But Morales Garcia. Not so much movement around the table, but he is deadly accurate. And that'll do it. That'll do it from being 7-2 down. It took a few attempts, but he takes the first game.
A very intense few points there towards the end of that game.
Yeah, did well to save a hatful of game points. Bailey looked to be cruising in that one, but Morales Garcia came storming back, and some of his shots are just incredible. Hand speed, repelling anything that Bailey threw at him. Bailey, another artistic table tennis player, apparently attended the British School for Performing Arts in Croydon. The notes I have said, and I'm not quite, this is a bit random, he appeared in a DVD called We've Got the Toaster. Not quite, not quite sure what that is. Might look that up later on. But he certainly expresses himself in table tennis.
Clearly a man of many talents then.
Certainly is.
And he seems keen, doesn't he, to get on with this second game.
Good catch. Good point for him as well. That's better from Bailey. That's what he's got to try and do, because Garcia, if it's near to him, it is coming back with interest. Work the table. I'm sure he's been told by his coach, Bailey, and you're in with half a chance. Done it again. Repeated the dose.
You can hear how packed this Rio Centro Pavilion is. The crowd really getting behind these athletes.
Yeah, it's a good day of table tennis. Little apology. He might have taken a bit of the net on the way through. Once again, early in the game, Bailey taking control. And it's just wide. Oh, did very well to readjust there, Bailey. Again, to pick a bit of the net. Oh, we've been here before. He was 7-2 up in the first game. Let's see if this man can mount a comeback. He has the serve. Just lost a bit of the intensity of the first game. Nicely done, a lot of power. Morales defending stoutly, but 9 game points for the British athlete. Good depth on that return from Morales Garcia, but just a little bit lacking in pace. And try to whip it down the sideline. Didn't work, and just 4 minutes for that second game, and for Will Bailey to even things up at 1 apiece.
Bailey's been back at the table for some time, while the Spaniard just gets some last-minute tips from the coach, entering this third game, one apiece.
Got to be a bit careful. I've seen a player getting a yellow card for taking too long in between games. 2 yellows and you're out. I haven't seen it yet in this competition. Hopefully it won't do. Just right into the body of the Spaniard. Bailey with a bit more mobility around the table, which means Morales Garcia has to play in a slightly different style, but he adapts really well.
Bailey seems to play that shot a lot, though, right into the body of his opponent.
And then switches it away down the line. Disguised it well. Yep, switching it nicely. And again in a commanding position. Six world ranking places between them. It's long. That one down the line again, doing the job for Bailey. Oh, he misses that one. There's a lot of spin on it. But that's what the game he's trying to play. Just stay at the table and make Bailey do the running around. He has some fast hands, some great shots, and we saw in the first game he can certainly dominate matches. Hasn't though in the last game and not in this one. And he's had the warning for holding it in the palm of the hand. And now he's had a point deducted. I'm not sure he's getting any advantage over Bailey. He is looking in ominous form at the moment. Ten game points. You don't see that very often at this level, especially with such a good opponent as the Spaniard here.
Bailey has seemed in a real hurry to get this one wrapped up as well, hasn't he?
We'll look at the coach. I don't think he's in any bother just yet. We saw the Spaniard come roaring back in the first game from 7-2 down, but surely he can't do it again here. And he can't.
And that is it, 2-1 to Bailey. Spaniard needs to win the next if he's to hold on onto any hope of a place in the final.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive stuff. In fact, Bailey was in an impressive position in the first game until it clicked for Morales Garcia. But he's in a spot of bother here. 11-1, 11-3. The momentum all with Will Bailey as we head towards game 4. particular rhythm to this game so far. Oh, a nice little flick backhand in front of the body. Just too strong at the moment. Well, that's Garcia. There's a timeout coming, and I feel it won't be long. Oh, well, he was in charge at that point. Just manoeuvring the Spaniard around the table. And then missed the backhand. Spaniard forcing the error. That was a great shot. Looked like it had got away from him. Dug it out. And Bailey just missing the edge of the table. Oh, that's better though for the British player. There's the angles he's looking for. A little bit careless from Bailey. Morales Garcia is fighting all the way here.
Yes, this is the first game, isn't it, that Bailey hasn't sailed into a lead early on.
A lot of spin on that backhand from the Spaniard. And although Bailey looked to get it back with interest, it was the Spaniard who got the best of him and is ahead. That's about a lot of energy from Bailey. Oh, Garcia there, you've got to admire the way he just hangs in there. Great hand speed, great shots. Land that one. With the top spin. Dipping down, but not enough. Too much power. Too much power from Bailey. Edges ahead. Not far away. But this is a much tighter game. Timeout's been called. It's a good move by the coach. Just as Bailey seemed to be gaining a bit of momentum, a couple of points away from taking the match.
This is crucial now for the Spaniard. Must win this game.
He has the serve. That will help. He's kept his nerve, hasn't he?
His reaction speed is just incredible.
He can hit it early. Well, the Brit absolutely nailed that one, and he has a match point. Not just yet. Not just yet. Gave Garcia all the time in the world to line up that forehand. And a game point for the Spaniard. And it's saved by Bailey. It's long, and another chance to take this match presents itself to Will Bailey of Great Britain. Not this time again. Second match point goes begging. A chance to take the towel. And now back to business. Third match point. His compatriot Rob Davis took 10 attempts to nail a match. And he do this a little bit easier. Third match point for Great Britain and for Will Bailey. There's a Brazilian involved in a game on another table, and that's what the noise is about, and Will Bailey very sensibly just taking a moment to compose himself. And he can't nail it. And it is really loud in here. Same for both athletes though. Just got to focus. Oh, a real battle of wills, that one. Match point number 4.
Can he do it this time?
Time out called by the British coach. What a time. What a time to have this conversation.
Well, it could go one of two ways, couldn't it? It could be a disaster, or it could really put him off his stride, or it could just give him the final push.
Still 25 odd seconds on the clock, but just a short and sweet little conversation. And we're back to business. And a 4th match point for Will Bailey of Great Britain. And he's done it. It took a while to get there. Well, what celebrations from Will Bailey. He's a fighter in life, and he's a fighter on the table tennis table as well. He has his fans up in the stands.
And that was a close call for him, wasn't it? He almost, that almost went to a 5th game, but he did manage to close that one out to get his place in the final for the 2nd consecutive Paralympic Games.
In singles silver last time out. He'll have a chance to go one better this time. You have to feel for Jordi Morales Garcia, who played some excellent shots, but that's the man who heads to the final, Will Bailey of Great Britain.